My mother died when I was 16. Cancer, fast and brutal. 6 months from diagnosis to funeral, my father remarried a year later. Too fast, but he was lonely. And Tracy seemed nice at first. Tracy had 2 kids from a previous marriage, Derek, 19, and Ashley, 17. They moved into our house, the house my grandparents had built, the house I'd grown up in, the house that held every memory of my mother. At first, things were tolerable. Tracy tried to play stepmother, asked about school, made dinner, smiled, but it was surface, level, performative. She didn't care about me. She cared about my father, about the house, about the life he could give her. When I turned 18, my father sat me down. Tracy thinks you should start contributing to household expenses. Contributing how? I asked. Rent, my father said. She thinks it's fair. You're an adult now. You should pay your way. I'm still in high school, I said. I graduate in 3 months. That doesn't change the principle, my father said. Tracy says Derek and Ashley pay rent. You should too. They're 19 and 17, I said. And they don't go to school. They just sit around all day. That's not the point, my father said. The point is fairness. Everyone contributes. How much? I asked. $800 a month, my father said. I stared at him. $800. I work part-time at a coffee shop. I make maybe a 000 a month. You want me to give you 80% of my income? It's not me, my father said. It's Tracy. She manages the finances. This is my house, I said. This is our house, my father corrected. And Tracy is my wife. If she says you need to pay rent, you pay rent. I wanted to argue, wanted to tell him this house wasn't his, that my grandparents had left it to me, that he didn't own it. But I couldn't, because he didn't know. My grandparents had set it up that way in a trust secretly, so that when I turned 18, the house would transfer to me. But I wasn't supposed to tell anyone until I was ready. I'd turned 18 3 weeks ago. The trust had activated. The house was legally mine, but I hadn't told anyone yet, hadn't known how. I hadn't been ready for the confrontation. Now I was. I'll think about it, I said. Don't think too long, my father said. Tracy wants the first payment by the end of the week. I went to my room, called my grandparents, lawyer, Mr., for Brennan. He'd been handling the trust since they died. I need your help, I said. With what? He asked. My stepmother is demanding I pay rent, in the house I own. Do they know you own it? Mr. Brennan asked. No, I said. Then it's time to tell them, he said. How? I asked. I'll draft a letter, Mr. Brennan said. Legal notice informing them that you are the sole owner of the property and that their residency is at your discretion. What does that mean? I asked. It means if you want them to leave, they have to leave. Mr. Brennan said, Do you want them to leave? I thought about it, about Tracy demanding rent, about Derek and Ashley treating the house like a hotel, taking up space, making messes, contributing nothing, about my father choosing Tracy over me. Yes, I said. I want them to leave. Then we'll start eviction proceedings, Mr. Brennan said. Give me 3 days. 3 days later, I had the papers, legal notice of ownership, eviction notice for Tracy, Derek, and Ashley, 60 days to vacate, and a letter explaining that my father could stay if he wanted, but only him. I waited until dinner. Everyone was at the table. Tracy at the head where my mother used to sit, Derek and Ashley on either side, my father across from me. I have something to say, I announced. Can it wait? Tracy asked. We're eating. No, I said. It can't. I pulled out the papers, slid them across the table to Tracy. What's this? She asked. Legal notice, I said. Of what? Tracy picked up the papers, started reading. Her face changed from annoyed to confused to angry. This says you own the house. I do, I said. That's ridiculous, Tracy said. Your father owns this house. No, he doesn't, I said. My grandparents left it to me in a trust. It transferred to me when I turned 18. My father looked at me. What are you talking about? Grandma and Grandpa left me the house. I said, Not you, me. It's been mine for 3 weeks. You're lying, Tracy said. No, I'm not, I said. Call Mr. Brennan if you don't believe me. He has all the documentation. Tracy kept reading. Got to the eviction notice. You're evicting us? You and your kids? I said, yes, you can't do that. Tracy said, I can. I said, I own the house, you don't, and I want you out. This is your father's home, Tracy said, looking at my father, waiting for him to defend her. My father was staring at the papers. Is this real? Yes, I said. Your parents left you the house? Yes, I said. And you didn't tell me? I just turned 18, I said. I was processing. And then Tracy demanded I pay $800 a month in rent in my own house, so I decided to tell. You now, $800? My father repeated, looking at Tracy. She's an adult, Tracy said. She should contribute. To what? I asked. To a house I own. Why would I pay you rent in my own home? Because we've been supporting you. Tracy said, You've been living here for 2 years. I said, Rentry, using my electricity, my water, my space. You haven't supported me. You've used me. That's not true, Tracy said. Derek and Ashley pay rent. No, they don't, I said. I've seen the bank statements. You don't charge them anything. Tracy's face went red. You went through my things. This is my house. I said there are no your things here. Everything you have is here because I've allowed it. You're a child, Tracy said. You don't know how the world works. I know enough to hire a lawyer, I said, and to evict you. You have 60 days. Tracy stood up. I'm not leaving. Yes, you are, I said. Or the police will remove you. Your choice. She looked at my father again. Are you going to let her do this? My father looked at me, then at Tracy. She owns the house. I don't know what you want me to do. Fight for your family, Tracy said. She is my family, my father said quietly. You've been here 2 years. Lucy's been here her whole life. Tracy grabbed her purse, stormed out. Derek and Ashley followed. My father stayed. Why didn't you tell me? He asked. Because I didn't know how, I said. And honestly, I wasn't sure you'd take my side. You're my daughter, my father said. I'll always take your side. You married Tracy a year after Mom died, I said. You let her move in, let her kids take over. You didn't fight for me then. My father looked down. I was grieving. I made mistakes. Yes, you did. I said, but this is my house, and I'm not letting them stay. 60 days later, Tracy, Derek, and Ashley moved out, took their things, left without saying goodbye. My father stayed. We're working on our relationship slowly, carefully. He apologized. Really apologized for not protecting me, for choosing Tracy, for not seeing what was happening. I forgave him, not because he deserved it immediately, but because I wanted to, because he's my father, and because he's trying. Tracy tried to sue, claimed she had rights to the house because she'd been living there. The court dismissed it. She had no claim, no documentation, no proof. Derek and Ashley moved in with their biological father. Last I heard, they're working minimum wage jobs, learning what rent actually costs. Tracy moved to an apartment alone, calls my father sometimes, asking to come back. He says no. I'm 19 now, living in the house my grandparents left me, the house my mother grew up in, the house that's full of memories, good ones. My father lives in the guest house out back. We have dinner once a week, talk, rebuild. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I'd paid the rent, if I'd just gone along with Tracy's demands. I'd have given her $800 a month, stayed silent, let her take control of my life. My house, my future, but I didn't. I stood up, I fought back, and I won. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I deserved respect in my own home from people who were supposed to care about me. So tell me, did I do the right thing or was I too harsh? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Echoing Heart Tales for more. I'll see you in the next one.